Now, this session is all about being able to recruit more people and scale your business. Keeping it very, very simple. When you want to recruit anyone, and I'm going to come back to you, Lavanya, because you asked a question the other day regarding how are they going to create an income. I'll share all of that with you, okay? Keeping it very, very simple. Every conversation is normally triggered by a simple question. How are you? Tell me about yourself. Would you like to grow your portfolio? Would you like to grow your property business? Whatever that trigger might be that someone needs, I personally don't know anyone in this country that doesn't want to buy more properties. I have not come across one person as yet who says, you know what, I don't want to buy more properties. Okay. The reason for that is because if you look at the stats of properties, property stats of UK in the past 120 years, since 1900 and something, 1905 or 10 or something like that. So 110, 120 years, the graph has always been like this, which means that even if it goes down, it comes back up and goes down and comes back up, but it's never been like this or like this. It's always gone like this, right? So why is my voice echoing?
It's Letio's equipment.
Jeez. Letio, to start this, I know you joined later on now. Can you hear me? All right. Okay. I'll continue till he hears us. Okay. So it starts with a very, very simple trigger question is, are they looking, are they looking to grow their portfolio? Are they looking to grow their property business? In fact, I had sent a message the other day, which was regarding IT services, which we are starting practically now. And someone called me yesterday saying that she would like to either have someone provide digital marketing services or teach them digital marketing services. And I said, okay, that's fine. I'll come back to you with a proposal. So I sent her a proposal this morning with 3 different options. She's more likely to pick one. Okay. All it started with was, would you like to scale your property business? Now, scaling your property business requires very, very heavy marketing, digital, so online and offline, inbound and outbound marketing. Okay. So she was obviously intrigued because she already knows about the PEN platform. She already knows about how big PEN platform network is. She knew about our deals. She knew quite a lot about us already. So she approached me. I said, she said, can you propose me something and I'll come back to you with a few options. So I proposed her, but it started with asking a simple question as, would you like to grow your property portfolio? Would you like to grow your property business? Or whatever you feel is the right question for that person by checking their profile. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, it's very, very simple. Someone might be looking for example, more investors. Okay, I've got a development project and I'd like to look for more investors who I could do JV with. That's fine. We will help you get more traffic. Simple, right? That's a consulting package for you. If you want to start consulting in that direction ever, be my guest. Add your services. That's how you're going to grow your business. We are bringing in IT services. That's being able to create your websites, your app, your digital marketing, your software. So if someone wants to create a software for their company, we are providing those services. We're bringing all of that, including the consulting services in terms of lead generation, which I already have been doing since 2014. Okay. So when it comes to recruitment for PEN representatives, it all starts with that simple message of, would you like to grow your property portfolio and your property business? And if they come back to you and say, please tell me more, they are interested. Now, just because they're interested doesn't mean they're going to sign up with you. Okay. All it means is that they're interested. My average has been that when I have pitched about 20 people, maybe a bit more, maybe 20, 23, 24, I have recruited one person. So the average, you can say, is somewhere in the region of two, three, 4 people in 100, which is very, very good. I don't know if you guys know sales stats ever. So when it comes to sales stats, if you can sell anything between 100 people, let's say you speak with 100 people, and if you can sell it to 3 people, you are actually in the very, very good range. Okay. Anything over and above 3 people out of 100, you are, well, you are exceptional. Okay. I'm not saying I am. I'm just a normal person trying to do my best, but that's been my average. Okay. It goes up and down. There are times when I'd pitch to a lot of people, nothing happens, and there are times when I'd only pitch to 5 people, and then, you know, they would join. Okay. But do you guys remember the benefits of recruiting more people? Let me hear this from someone, one person here, so you guys can understand exactly. It's almost like I was sharing yesterday, that once you get to a point where you have to dissect an idea and share it with someone, it gets a lot more easier. I'd like to hear it from one person here who wants to go, who can share the benefits of becoming a representative. Mazi?
Yeah, I was just waiting for you to mention.
You're the most experienced, so I was most likely going to ask you. Yes.
So here you're looking for the benefits of being a representative, or you want the benefits of being a representative, or and together with recruiting one?
It's the same thing.
Okay, so as a representative, the major benefits on here, I'm speaking mainly from my own experience. In many cases, we start.
You've got two versions.
Yeah.
You've got your version. And you've got the version that I've given you through that page link.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
I want you to first share your version of it.
Okay. So my version is, just in my own experience, coming into the property industry pretty green and not knowing too much. So the only things that I understood are the information that I picked up in my own research and a couple of crash courses that I went to. I quickly noticed that with the knowledge alone, you can go so far, but with the support around you, you can scale up a lot quicker. So being able to be a representative and use a platform that's already set up for someone is where the big benefits are. So being able to have architects, being able to have a power team of solicitors, being able to have a mentor in all different types of strategies. Where
Mazi, for some reason I lost you in the middle.
Is this me?
I think it's you, Jack, because you're screaming.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's frozen.
It did say for some reason. Yeah, that's okay. Carry on, Mazi.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah, so being able to have that bubble of support of power teams around me gave me, the most important thing was confidence of being able to just walk in and face whatever challenges that I have. A great example is facing a property agent for the first time, or an estate agent when you want to go and pitch a rent-to-rent or pitch the idea of purchasing a property for someone else. If you go in without the backing of someone, so if someone said, Muzzy, I've got 100 grand, I'm looking for a property in your area, in my head, that's the backing that I'm looking for. That gives me that confidence to walk into that agency and say, I'm looking for a property of this type. Whereas without that backing, you're thinking, okay, I can tell them what I understand, but then I don't have any guarantee or backing behind me to be able to say, I will buy that property or I will take it on. So having that power team, the important part was the confidence it gave me. So much so, even now, if I didn't have that backing, I could actually go and do that anyway, because I've got the confidence of the training that I've had in terms of sales to be able to find someone to buy something that I've got. So that was my major benefit, the big confidence of being able to face the property challenges, because I had the people around me. And then the second version, as you've mentioned, Jack, which is for people that are looking to join in from the start, is the knowledge is there as well. So from my point of view, I came in with a bit of knowledge about property. I just needed the practical experience. if you are starting without the knowledge either, there is training on different strategies, whatever you fancy. Someone is there to explain it to you. You want to go commercial, you want to go rent to rent, you want to go and do deal sourcing, whatever it is, you've got someone who you can keep badgering on questions if anything that you don't understand. So the knowledge is there from the get-go, and together with that, you've got the backing as well of support in terms of if you wanted to JV on any properties, you've got the people to do that. And also, if you wanted just someone to walk you through the process, obviously the important thing is you, the one who has to put the effort in, and someone will guide you, not someone hold your hand all the way through, but then you need to put the effort in. However, that's the second part of it. You've got the knowledge and the practical support that people around can actually give to you.
Fantastic. I think you will become a lot more confident when you actually physically start pitching people. I think you're already confident, but I think you're going to get a lot more confidence. And also when people start to ask you questions is when you're actually going to be able to dig deeper into the actual working of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's very good. One of the questions I'd like to address, Lavanya, for you is that if you, for example, look at any of the deals that I'm working on, okay, I'll give you an example. We're working on that Wembley deal. Yep. That has a commission of 52, 53 grand. Okay. If let's say you brought in an investor and he takes on the deal, you get 50% of that. Okay. Let's say I'm working on this deal that the one I said, which came direct to me, which is the 27 million pound one, which looks like it's sticking around. They're getting everything done. They're getting all the PGs. They're getting everything done. It's a 55 million GDV project. If you had brought in that investor, there's a commission of in the worst case scenario, there's a commission of 135 grand. Okay. If you had brought in that person, you'd get half of that. That's just shy of 70 grand, 67 grand. Okay. That's the benefit of becoming a representative for as long as you focus and get the work done. Okay. A lot of reps are missing this bit when they don't realize the benefit when they're speaking with other investors and say, you know what, are you looking for something that we can potentially help you with? Another thing that I'd recommend, and this is something that I'm sharing my experience with, never underestimate anyone. Don't be surprised that if you ever underestimate someone and 5 years down the line, this guy becomes a 10 million pound portfolio guy. Okay. There are very, very creative people in the world. They're very, very smart people in the world. I have met people personally who started with nothing and they just shot off big time. Never underestimate anyone. If they're starting out, they could go very, very fast sometimes. Okay. So you might be speaking with someone who is maybe only asking for a 50,000 pound bridge, and you're thinking there's not a lot of money in this. I'm only going to make maybe 500 pound or 1,000 pound. Well, think about long term. What if this guy in 5 years' time is sitting on a 5 million pound worth of development deal? Okay. Or for that matter, remember, sometimes it's not about that person, but about the person that they are connected with. So this guy may be asking you for a 50,000 pound bridge loan, but maybe he's connected with someone who's looking for a 20 million pound bridge loan. Okay. And it's not just about property finance, it's everything. Every opportunity that you look at, either it's a property opportunity, it's finance opportunity, it's consulting opportunity, regardless of what you're looking at, there is always an opportunity that's going to come by if you create a long-term relationship with someone. Okay. I sometimes meet people, just check on them for 2 minutes and say, you know what, let's just grab a coffee. Okay. I had a call the other day, yesterday. Someone lives in Cobham and they said, you know, let's meet. And then they had another collaboration with someone. In fact, I had got a proposal of 3 different collaborations yesterday, just in one single day. People proposing me a collaboration. Okay, I just have to find a way to do those collaborations and systemize them. That's all it is, right? Okay, and they will pay themselves. They will pay themselves. I don't have to do a lot of work once it's systemized. Okay, that's the benefits, right? When someone joins you, they can get kickbacks on multiple things, besides the fact that they will get all the training, the mentoring, all the support, as well as the fact that when they are building their business, we all are pretty much doing everything that we can to help them build their business. Wait, try to see the bigger picture. I'm helping you become a consultant. Okay, because if you learn how to consult someone, look at the long-term picture of your business and yourself. Right, guys? Remember, the same consulting formula applies to everything. To answer you, Lavanya, if you were to ever think of consulting in a different business, the same formula you can take and apply. Okay. Sending someone a open question, triggering the thought of being able to scale their portfolio or their business, and then say, from that point, you say, which aspect can you potentially help them with? Does that make sense? Okay. Let me ask you a question, Muzzy. In Coventry, and Coventry is a big area, a company like B&Q would spend how much money in marketing? Just a random guess of you.
Gosh, they'll spend thousands.
Their marketing budget would be in millions, guys. Millions. It won't be 100,000. All right. Their revenue sits in multi millions each store. Okay. Don't be surprised if their marketing budget is over £1 million for each store. Okay. Can you potentially be the person who brings them lots of leads? Sell their products? Yep. Why not pitch the ad space? You will see me pitching all of that in the coming months. Okay. The reason I'm saying all this is because all of this recruitment and all of this pitching and serving and creating content will lead to more business, either in terms of being able to attract more landlord leads, either in terms of getting more developers leads, either as finance leads, being able to find lease options. For example, I come across a lease option, I always make an inquiry. I want more lease options. Okay. If I can grab one, I'll grab it. Okay. Either I keep it for too long, I sell it, whatever I do with it, but I'll grab it if I come across one. Okay. But guess what? When you start recruiting, the people you recruit are going to bring more leads in, like you already are. Remember, guys, just because you start recruiting doesn't mean you stop marketing yourself. Recruiting is just another channel of marketing in your arsenal. Does that make sense? Okay. If you are, for example, doing leaflets and you're doing digital marketing or whatever it is that you're doing, you continue doing that while you help other representatives, which the ones you're going to recruit, to start doing the same. Does that make sense? Any questions so far?
No,
Lavanya, does that answer your question you had asked yesterday or day before?
No, to be honest, yes, in a way. If they bring the leads, they'll get income.
They'll get the money. They'll get the money. Okay. But does that answer your question satisfactorily? That's the question I'd like to ask, because it seems like it's not. You are still not satisfied with the answer.
It's not about satisfaction. It's about you don't know what people were thinking at that stage when you start the recruitment. So it's not everyone's cup of tea.
Yes. So remember, back to the grow model. You want to find their either inspiration or desperation, either their pain point or their pleasure, right? What is it that they are looking for? Remember, when I met Seti, for example, his wasn't as much of a pain point, more of an aspiration. So the pleasure, right? And everyone else comes with different perspectives into the business. And you got to first of all, from the grow model, ask the questions regarding, what is it that they're looking to achieve in the first place, and then see. So first is you ask them where they are. So first is you ask them where do they want to be, then you ask them where they are. So it's a clear comparison. So they might say, I would like to own 20 properties in the next 5 years or 10 years or whatever that might be. And then you say, where are you now? And they say, oh, I'm at maybe 2 properties. Okay. Hypothetical example. And then you say, how does becoming a PN representative helps them in the journey of not just being able to find more deals, as well as being able to grow their network, which leads to more business. Does that make sense?
Are you the one asking these questions, or are you explaining it to them?
No, you are the one asking them the questions. Remember, the grow model is yours.
Yeah.
You are the one using it to ask people so that you can understand their pain or pleasure, and then help them meet those requirements, or help them meet those needs or wants. Pain is a need and pleasure is more of a want. Yep. Everyone clear on that?
So can I just ask a question just for clarity, Jack? So so there's two sides here. So I've got my business, and then I've got being part of PEN. So basically with this recruitment, it's basically for them to become part of the network, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because the thing I'm just thinking about here is having that conversation. When I get to have that conversation, basically, I think they're observing my progress in the journey as well. How am I actually progressing? So kind of like in this case, I've just, I'm kind of like taking baby steps now.
Yes.
So I'm just kind of thinking, as somebody who's kind of growing in this, how would I then pitch the whole thing to them, because they're observing how
initially bring them to me.
Okay.
So I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Look, there are some people who are experienced to pitch. Funny enough, Harry is experienced enough to pitch. He's been pitching for the past 3 months like crazy. Okay. So he can potentially take this idea and very easily pitch. But for example, if you've never pitched an idea to someone really effectively, initially you will struggle. Best thing for you would be, when you send that message to people in your network, would you like to grow your property portfolio or your property business or your property business? And when they reply to you, or when they call you, say, can I set up a call with one of my colleagues, please, regarding this?
Okay.
Set that up, set that call with me, be there in the call, and then see me pitch. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And if they, let's say they want to become a part of your team, because you brought them in, they will become a part of your team. I will help you lead them.
Okay.
But I will pitch them for you. Does that make sense?
Okay.
There will be certain people who doesn't want to pay. So
I will let me deal with that.
Okay.
A lot of people come for free breakfast.
That's right. That's what I mean to say.
You don't feed them.
Right.
You don't feed them. There is nothing called free lunch, unfortunately. I wish there was.
Okay.
Okay. I have had loads of people follow me like crazy, and even now they do, so that they could join me without paying or paying less. Okay. I have one person messaging me every day. I can't tell you the name of the person. He messages me every day. Every day. Either I reply or not, this guy messages me every day. Okay. No. Remember, if someone joins you for free, do you think that person is going to get results? Most likely not, because they'll not value it.
Yeah.
I can give you very, very good examples on my own family members that I've added. I don't have to pick a name here. All right.
Oh man, yeah, it
Okay.
gets interesting when it comes to family. But I
Exactly,
get your
guys,
point.
because they don't value it. People start to value something when they
Yeah.
actually pay for it. Okay. Remember, why would you help someone close a deal worth 20 million and give them a commission of 50, 70 grand? Why, Lavanya?
Obviously, to teach the skills.
No, what I'm saying is that, let's say someone comes to me and says, you know what, I'd like to become a rep, I don't want to pay, and I want you to close finance deals for me worth 20 million. They're not easy to close. You bring a deal worth £250,000, that's a pain to close. You expect me to close a 20 million pound worth of deal and give you a strong kickback on that for free? No, thank you. Okay. Try to understand the game. Okay. You want to learn about land deals and development deals and how to make 50 grand from a single deal? No one on this planet is going to share that with you for free. Okay. You're going to see me sharing loads of content at the front end, about 90% sometimes. Okay. But then there are things that I will not teach at the front end just for the sake of it. Okay. I just won't, because it has taken me a long time to be able to learn and get to this point. I'm not just going to give it away. Does that make sense? And neither should you. Okay. For example, Muzzy paid 35 grand before he got to this point. Right? Do you expect him to give you all of that for free? No, don't think that's a good idea. Okay. You gotta make money from that. And we are not being unfair. If you look at everything that's happening here, do you think anything is unfair at all? And if it is, I would tell that person to say, you know what, that's fine. If you feel it's unfair, you can make your way. You can find something else.
Let's separate our ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let me share with you the biggest benefit of becoming a representative. Just so you guys know. Remember, someone joins us, okay? They've paid their first 6 months, 12 months, whatever installments that they have, okay? After that, it just becomes a collaboration. And they have my counsel for as long as they are in the property business. How does it get any better than that? Tell me. Does it get better than that?
Depends
it does not. Sorry?
Depends on how they value the counseling as well. It's individual.
For some people, regardless of what you put in front of them, they just will never value. Those are not the people who you want. Okay. They're not the appreciative kind of people, and you don't want them in your group, in your team. You want people who appreciate what it's like to build a business. Okay. I personally cannot see a bigger benefit that I bring forward to saying, for as long as you work in the property business, you have my counsel, because I want to get more deals done. I want to get more deals done. Simple. Okay. I want to get to a point where I can do a deal a day. Okay. It brings me 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand. It doesn't really matter. A deal a day is a deal a day. That's 5 deals a week.
Keeps the doctor away.
Exactly. 5 deals a week. And if each of them brings about 5 grand, I am a happy person. My company would be valued about 50 million. Okay. But what am I giving back to the person who's going to bring me deals is my counsel, which is my knowledge. And you can do the same. Does that make sense? Let's say you recruit someone, Muzzy, for example, for you already have quite a bit of knowledge, but let's say you recruit someone and they ask you questions which you don't have answers to. You know that I'm behind you, right? If I don't have answers, you know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring someone who has answers.
Absolutely.
Right? It's as simple as that. Let me share with you one of the biggest skills as an entrepreneur. Okay. The biggest skill of an entrepreneur is not his knowledge, not his charisma, none of that. The biggest skill an entrepreneur brings on table is to be able to get the team together and working. You must have heard this many, many times. I haven't got a PhD, but I've got many people who work for me who have PhDs. Okay. In fact, in my chauffeuring business, I had a PhD guy doing controlling for us in our office. That I found really funny. That he was doing his PhD while he was working in my office night shift. Okay. So the biggest skill you'll ever learn is being able to recruit talent, bring them together, and then create a value in the market. Okay. But it's not easy to, first of all, recruit. Neither it's easy to lead. Neither it's easy to be able to bring value in the market to scale. Does that make sense? But I'm right behind you to help you do that. If you just focus, if you don't focus, no one on this planet can help you. A very simple example for you is right in front of you, Muzzy and Harry. Focus. That's all there is to it. How difficult it is to do rent to rent. Tell me. I mean, anyone with simple common sense can do this. Muzzy, correct me if I'm wrong.
It's doable. The difficulty is just up there. You convince yourself that it's difficult, then it's going to be difficult.
Exactly.
But it's doable.
But it's very, very simple. Guys, if someone came to me and said, you know what, there is a task which is rocket science, can you do it? Guess what's going to be my answer? I think you know it. I'll learn it.
I'll connect you to somebody who does.
Exactly. I'll find someone who knows rocket science, I'll learn it, and I'll go and do the task. Okay? Any questions so far?
No, Jack.
Yeah, can you finally hear me? I guess that would be the
I can
question.
hear you, yes. I can hear you. Okay, so Muzzy is busy. Lydio.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you joined us late due to your tech issues.
Yeah.
But do me a favor, after this call or after the session, I want you go to the WhatsApp group, read the careers link page that I sent very, very carefully, as well as the message that I've sent after that. That's the message you need to send people to recruit. And when they reply, I think initially it might be a good idea. You just tell them, can I set up a call with one of my colleagues? And you set that call with me. So let me help you with that initially. Likewise, for Emmanuel as well, you need to do the same thing. Okay. Lavanya, I don't know your status. Maybe you can share that whenever you like.
Okay, no problem. Is that when you're sharing, is that sharing in the same community or, investors network or somewhere in the Facebook?
Look, one thing that again I learned a long time ago was, and I started to see the results of it, is that people start to trust you over a certain period of time. They observe you. That's human tendency. We want to see people, how are they performing? Are they going to struggle? Are they going to make it? Are they going to do well? Are they going to what's going to happen with them, right? And when they see you doing well, and not just doing well, but persistence, they want to see persistence. They will start to trust you. So to answer your question, Lavanya, this message goes to anyone and everyone that you know.
Okay.
And that applies to everyone. This message goes to every single person that you know. Either it's your cousin, it's your family member, it's your community guy, it's someone that you went to school with. It doesn't really matter who on the planet that person is. Approach them, send them the message, see the response. Okay. Like I said, I already have a list of 7,000 plus people to go through, which has been pending for a good 2 or 3 months due to obvious reasons. But I'll be going through the same. So it's not just that I'm training you to do it, I'm actually doing it simultaneously with you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing in marketing is I actually made a list of waiting list to become a PN representative. Okay. So what happened was a lot of people started to join that list, and then I got in touch with them. Okay. I think Emmanuel, you had joined that list as well. Am I correct?
Yeah, but I've not been receiving any information.
No, but the time when I made a call to you, that came from that list.
Okay.
And then obviously Muzzy's messaged me separately, so that was another story. But you guys can set up a PN representative waiting list in your MailChimp, and then have people in the waiting list waiting, waiting to join you. Does that make sense? When people think that the doors are always open, there is no urgency. When the doors are closed and they only open for a day or two, there's always an urgency. You want to create that urgency, guys. Okay. And it's not fake urgency, it's genuine urgency. And I'll tell you why. I can't take on 30 people at a time. Does that make sense? Okay. I can only take on 2, 3 people, 4 people at a time. Remember the load on me, because they're going to email me, they're going to call me, they're going to ask me questions. I can't take that load while I'm doing my business as well. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah. So you're actually making a waiting list because you can only take on so many people at a time. Imagine, Muzzy, if you start recruiting and you start to provide trainings as well while you're running your business.
Multiple streams.
But at the same time, would you have the time? Time is going to be a difficult
That's going to be
task.
tight. Yeah, it's going to be tight.
That is exactly why you make a waiting list and you recruit people in periods of times. Okay. You don't just go say, you know what, I'm going to recruit 5 people this week. You won't be able to manage. So the waiting list is actually a genuine one because you can only manage so much.
A buffer, kind of.
It is. Okay. So by all means, create a waiting list on your MailChimp or whichever CRM system you might be using, email system that you might be using. But that's one. So urgency is very, very important. Without urgency, you are not going to be able to move people to either join or, for that matter, do much. That's with pretty much every action that any human takes. Okay. Good stuff. Any more questions at this stage?
No.
Okay. Again, I know I might have mentioned this a few more times than necessary, maybe, but I know that it takes a lot to embed in someone's memory the kind of benefits it brings. Remember, when you start recruiting, you're going to have these people bring you deals while you are doing deals as well, and you are creating more collaborations in place. Does that make sense? Okay. If you look at, for example, me and Muzzy at the moment, how are we connected? We are just 2 people collaborating. Am I correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, Muzzy, here.
Correct, yeah.
That's exactly the relationship you will have with your recruits. They will be responsible for their own business. They will be responsible for everything themselves. You'll be giving them the guidance. You'll be giving them the support and all the training, while you're helping everyone in the picture to get more deals done. Okay. Remember, over the next few years, what you're going to observe is that there'll be a lot more deals happening within the team. Okay. You're going to see a lot more, not just deals, but there's going to be a lot more happening. Okay. When the teams start to grow, you see love connections. You start to see all sorts of things. Okay. And that helps you scale your business. Okay. Any questions?
So my question is, within those groups that we have, I mean, the groups that we're part of, or the groups that we have, the PEN one. So you've got some of the investors who will say they've got such and such a deal, And then I might have an investor on my Cambridge platform, but maybe the deal was in another sort of like PEN platform.
Yes.
How does that work then? So I would
Remember,
investor to them and that.
we are bringing in the CRM system.
Okay.
So the CRM system will help everyone keep a track of all the deals that they might be working on.
Okay.
Okay. And
Cool.
then I would be able to log in. Or for that matter, you, Emmanuel, you'd be able to log in and look at the deals of Muzzy, or look at my deals, or look at Lavanya's deals, as well as the deals of your members, and they'll be able to look at our
Okay.
deals. And the aim would be to get more deals done.
Okay.
You will potentially be able to wake up in the morning, press a button, and print out everyone's live deals and say, how can I get more deals done?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
But remember, in this, the trick is that everyone is doing their own marketing, because if anyone stops their own marketing, then it's a downward spiral of everyone depending on everyone else.
Right.
Does that make sense? Okay. So
Yeah.
everyone still needs to do their own marketing, while because everyone is doing, they're going to bring in more deals, they're going to bring in more investors, and then loads of more deals get done.
Okay.
Okay. And that all will be available in a CRM system in the coming months.
Okay.
Okay. That will be the internal PEN CRM system for the team itself.
Okay.
Okay. So I would be able to log in and say, hey, Emmanuel has recruited so-and-so person. He's brought in this investor or the deal. And then what is he working on? And they would be able to look at mine. So they may or may not, well, they will know me because you're using the trainings, right? Remember, you're using the training, so they would know me anyway. But they will be able to look at my deals and get more deals done, like you are there, and you'd be able to look at everyone else's deals and get more deals done.
So we'll be able to tell whichever investor will be able, once they buy a deal, we will know they bought a deal from. Okay.
You will be able to see everything of everyone, very, very transparent. Remember, the aim is to get more deals done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If let's say Muzzy is looking for a deal, Muzzy meets someone, and this guy has lived in Cambridge, and he says, you know what, I'm looking for something in Cambridge. That's fine. All he has to do is log into the system, look at your or whosoever is in Cambridge, and say, what have they got?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. So how does the compensation work like that? Then using that same example,
it will depend on the effort that goes into the deal. So it will depend on everyone's effort. I'll give you a very hypothetical example. Okay, let's say Muzzy brings in a deal, and then he gets that deal done with you. Okay.
Yeah.
You both get 40. So you both get 45 each. PEN gets 10%. Because remember, the only effort that I'm bringing in is bringing you guys together.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, rest is your effort. So you both get 45.
Yeah.
That's just a hypothetical example. If you give me another example, I can give you another example. So it all depends on the effort that goes into the deal.
Okay.
Okay. Good stuff. Any more questions at this stage? Muzzy?
You know what? I've just connected my mic. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Is it any different?
It sounds better.
I think it's the same microphone, actually.
As yours?
I know. I think it's. I think you haven't connected it to Zoom, so you're still. Can you tap the microphone on your earphones?
No, these aren't actually connected. It's this one here.
Oh, it's the Rode one. That's very good. That's very, very good. Yes.
Yeah, but that's not the one that it's coming from. Tap on it. I can't hear a single thing.
You can do this later. Okay, Muzzy. So let me ask you this, Muzzy. Do you think you can go and recruit someone now?
Based on what you've just said, yeah.
Would you like to would you like to get your hands dirty?
Why not? Let's give it a go.
Give it a go. Okay, good stuff. Because you're going to face loads of challenges. And I think it might be a good idea, with all the experience that you have at the moment, I would recommend the first maybe 2 or 3 to just tell them that, I'll just set up a call with my colleague. I think initially it's not easy. Okay. So if you want to pitch them and you have the confidence, go for it, buddy. If you think you're going to struggle slight bit, let me do it.
Now we learn from our mistakes, don't we? Let's go for it.
Whichever way you want to go, that's entirely up to you. Same with everyone else as well. If you have the confidence that you can go and recruit and pitch, by all means, go and do it. And if you think you're going to struggle with it, just say, can I set up a call with my colleague? Set up a call with me. Let me help you with that. Okay. Remember, guys, all the training videos are getting uploaded on the AWS server as we speak. They will be available sometime, hopefully next week. So they won't be on YouTube anymore. They will be on YouTube, but they'll be just for storing purposes in a private, unlisted way, which means that public won't have access to it. But they will be on AWS server. When someone signs up, they'll be able to log in on the AWS server, in fact, through the PN platform login details, and they'll be able to watch those videos when they become representatives. Okay. So you'll have access to all the videos. At the same time, if anyone wants to use any of those videos, recorded videos like these recorded videos, as a value ladder products, all you have to do is ask me.
Okay.
Okay. I'm more likely to say yes, unless there is a specific video, and I might say no for a specific reason. But in most cases, I will just say yes. All you have to do is just ask me, and that video will be given to you in a downloaded digital version. You can take that and you can use it on your website as a value ladder product. Okay. Either you can give it for free, maybe one odd one, or charge maybe 20, 30 pounds. We don't want any money out of it. You can keep that money. Again, the aim is to encourage people to do more business with you as well as PEN. Does that make sense? Fantastic. All right. So Lydia,
Yeah.
do you think you have the confidence to go and pitch now, or do you think you want to just get that interest and see and then bring those people to me initially?
Well, my first question would be, what do you want and where are you now?
Are you asking this question to me?
No, I'm applying the grow model. I'm ready for it.
You're ready for it. Okay. Okay. Good.
I'm going to ask them where they'd like to see themselves, give them a little picture of where they want to be.
Yeah.
And if it sounds good to them, then they have no reason to say no. And if they say no, they're not ready for it.
I would just recommend initially that maybe one or two, you want to bring them to me and then observe me. And then that would help you improve your pitch a lot better.
We can do that. We can do that. Absolutely.
That's just, I feel at this point that would help you a lot. Okay. Emmanuel, how do you feel?
Yeah, I will have to make, kind of ask them to meet with you. I think you saw my message this afternoon when I was asking about Liverpool.
Yes.
I've got a few people that are in Liverpool. I'm thinking, I suppose I could, get you to talk to them as well. And
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Lavanya, we can discuss this later. I'm not sure if you're ready for this, but whenever you're ready, just give me a call. I'm available whenever you like. Okay.
Fine, Jack. I would just
Fantastic.
on my Facebook. Let's see what response I get.
Okay. Now back to practicing the grow model. Who wants to go?
Me.
Oh, would you like to do it?
Yes, Lavanya, I was waiting for you to offer. I was gonna volunteer for you.
Okay, so would you?
That's a bad one. I know that was coming. That's why I thought, let me do it before somebody does it.
Remember, the grow model gets applied in every situation. I'll give you a very good example. You're dealing with your kids.
Yeah.
You can use the same model to help them understand their own life.
Mm-hmm.
You can help them with the same model to have more clarity on what is it that they want.
Okay.
You ask them a simple question like, what do you like doing in your free time? What do you want to do? What is it specifically about this that you like? My daughter woke up one morning. She goes, I want to draw. I just know that she wants to become an artist. Okay. I just have to ask her, like, which part of the art does she like?
Okay.
What is it that's more intriguing to her? Okay.
Mhm.
All this comes from the GROW model, guys. GROW is not just for sales and serving, but it's helping, coaching people to have more clarity on their own life. Guess what? Most people you speak with, they are so lost in their life, they don't even know what they want. They don't even know what they want. So you are not just helping them with being able to become a representative and grow their business, but you're actually giving them clarity by asking them open questions. Remember, the clarity comes from them. You're just asking the right questions, helping them have more clarity on their own life. Does that make sense?
Yes.
This applies to everything that you do. I mean, everything. Okay. I used to personally, I'm just sharing my life. I used to be very ignorant back in my early 20s. I wouldn't listen to anyone. But when I learned all of this, now when I speak with people, I don't know anyone that I don't get along with. No one. I get along with everyone. It's because I'm listening. It's because I'm asking the questions. It's because I'm showing interest in them.
Yeah.
That's why I get along with everyone.
Mm.
People listen to me. Well, I hope they do. I think they do. I think it's because I listen to them.
Mm.
I'm listening all the time. Okay. And that's all based on GROW mode. Okay. You will get along more with people. You'll have better relationships. You'll have better communication skills. You'll be able to have more clarity by asking the GROW questions to yourself. Open questions to yourself. What is it that you really want from your life is a question most people don't even ask themselves. What is it that you want from your life? It's a simple question most people don't ask themselves. You need to ask yourself and you need to ask your team, people you are recruiting, people you're coaching, people you're leading.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Now, Lavanya, which side do you want to be on? Do you want to use the GROW model on me? Do you want me to use it on you?
No, use it on me. Gone.
So I use it on you.
Yeah.
You know that I've used it on you a million times.
Plenty.
Either you realized or not.
I did.
All right. Okay.
I did.
That's very interesting stuff. That's super interesting for me. Okay. All
Still
right.
hasn't grown on her though.
No.
Okay. So I'll use it on you. Okay. Again, this session is very, guys, we are not judging anyone here. We are just helping someone have more clarity on their own life. What is it that they want from their life? Most people don't actually live a life that they always wanted. Most people don't. An example for you would be when I insist on Lydio to pursue comedy. Why do you think I do that? Because I want this guy to look back, leave PEN, become a stand-up comedian, and look back 10 years later or 20 years later and say, you know what? Jack was the one who pushed me. Okay? I'm telling you the truth. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised. Lydio messages me a week later. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
He got his mic set as well, so you need to be careful.
No, I wouldn't want him to leave. I want him to stay with us. But you know what I mean, right, guys? I want people to have clarity on what is it that they want. Okay?
Yeah, unlock people's potential.
Yes, and reaching your full potential. That's what it is. It's not about, doing the property stuff or comedy.
I don't know if the fact that you think that my pursuit is jokes, I feel like that's more of a personal attack rather than encouragement.
No, man, come on. I think everyone here would tell you that's an encouragement.
I'm messing with you.
No. Okay, good stuff. Lavanya, ready?
Yes, go on.
Okay, so we meet. Let's say we're meeting the first time. We haven't met before. Okay. And I sent you this message somehow, either LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever it is, or you saw me somewhere and I sent you this message. Okay. The message is, would you like to grow your portfolio or your property business? And you look at this message, what would be your reply anyway? I'm just intrigued.
Yes, that was the reason I'm here.
Exactly. Okay. So let's say you reply back to my message and say, hey, Jack, tell me a bit more about this. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Okay.
Yep, that's what I
Okay.
did.
So I'll come back to you. Hey, Lavanya, so tell me a bit more about yourself. Where are you based?
I'm based in Watford. So
Okay. And what are you focused on? What do you do? Tell me a bit more.
at the moment I work as a franchisee,
Mhm.
and I wanted to get into my feet into portfolio.
Okay.
Property portfolio, sorry, I meant to say.
Property portfolio. Okay. Sounds good. Do you have any idea what kind of portfolio? Is it BTLs or HMOs or something else? What kind of idea do you have in your mind?
My idea was initially commercial conversions and land and developments.
Mhm.
But
Sounds good. At the same time, have you got any BTL investments so far? What's the status on that?
I don't have any BTL investments now.
Okay. And if you don't mind me asking, the property you live in, do you have a mortgage? Do you own that property?
Yes, we do have a mortgage, which I don't want to say the number here.
No,
No,
that's fine. Yeah.
we do have a mortgage. Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. And where do you see yourself in the next, I don't know, 3, 5, 10, as far as you can see, where do you see yourself going?
I don't know anything about the number, but again, I just wanted to, first of all, there is a true potential in me. So I just wanted to expand myself so that I can help other people as well.
I'm sure you do. Everyone has potential, lots of potential. Okay, sounds good. But give me a rough estimate on what sort of income would you like to have in the next, let's say, 5 years?
Definitely 6-figure income minimum.
6-figure income. Okay, sounds good. And at the same time, you said you are a franchisee.
Yeah.
Do you have any money to invest at the moment in some projects at the moment? Do you have any money sitting around?
Yes, there is. It's a good amount, very, very good amount where I can recycle on other multiple projects if I focus on. Yes.
Okay, sounds good. We may be able to help you when it comes to growing your portfolio. Okay, so we're gonna take a break. Guys, did you see that I tried to find out what is the aim, what is the goal? Okay.
Yeah. Drawing out the whole concept of what the pain point is.
All I asked was open questions, guys. Yeah. I found out that the person has a mortgage, which means that they're serious in life. I found out that they're ambitious. Okay. The fact that they've inquired is that they are active, at least to some extent. Am I correct? You have all the basic information when it comes to that. Now you ask, so what is the biggest challenge? What is the biggest challenge in being able to reach that goal when it comes to, so being able, what's the biggest challenge? So Lavanya, back to you. What is the biggest challenge that you see in being able to reach that goal in the next 5 years?
The biggest challenge at the moment, I'm just, telling out what I have in my mind now, is my shyness.
And is there anything else?
No.
Okay. And if I could help you in the journey of being able to reach that goal, would you like to join us?
So how would you be able to help me? Just tell me what you do.
I'll tell you. Again, we're going to take a break, guys. I just took commitment on the most smallest level. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Without actually proposing anything. Okay. Now you go on to pitch from that page, guys.
Mhm.
You already have the link. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. Like I said, when you bring people and I'll do it in front of you, you will see me doing it. But I just took you through the basics of the grow model in no more than 4 minutes.
Yeah. But I was answering straight. Not many people do answer straight.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Tricky in answering the question.
I promise you, I can navigate anything, and I've done it in front of many people. And you need to learn that too. You need to navigate your way.
Yeah, I wasn't tricky, definitely. So
no, a lot of people have given me a lot of hard time. I remember pitching in front of 5 people on a same call. So no, the people do give you a hard time, but that's okay. Remember, it makes you strong. Every time someone gives you a difficult time, you become stronger at pitching.
of course.
Okay, and this is not just, remember, this is the same model you'll probably use when you are pitching for investors. So if you have a development and you are looking for more investors for JV, you'll be using the same grow model with them as well.
Of course.
Yeah. All right, guys. Any questions so far?
Not for me, Jack, to be honest.
Your pitching points start from that page, guys. Make use of that. When you are pitching someone, by all means, keep it open. Okay. Mazi, any questions, buddy?
No, this is good. Thank you.
I think you'll be fine, Mazi.
Appreciate it, Jack.
Emmanuel?
Yeah, I think this was good to kind of just see this reenact.
The basics, yeah.
I think the more I get to watch it, the better, really.
Fantastic. Lydio, any questions, buddy?
No, none at all, really.
Okay. So that's the end of today's session. Let me stop recording. Thank you for watching.